And arrived, back with Metroid Prime Remastered. Last time I was here, just about entered through, Phase Our Minds and kicked the Omega Pirate's ass. Well, right after he did so himself. Now I'm, pretty much at the very end of this playthrough, and all I have to do is get the last 3 keys, and I'll be able to enter the impact crater. So far, the last 3 keys are Infantrana Drifts, which is where I'll be heading soon. I'm also being visited by my dog right here, who just wanted to sit on my lap. Hey, Papito.
Lava caves.
Lava caves. I ended up saving over here when I really just needed to be all the way back here. Let's see, not that one. This one. Infantrana Drifts. I'll have to go start at the beginning so I can get the rest of the upgrades and expansions. Because I kind of did, just went backwards for this. Got it. Incoming. Need some more refills on my missiles. No, here we go, back. I just forgot to jump. You sure I don't really need to keep them in mind, you know. Let's see, I've already collected that. Froze of face off. Let's see, is there anything else here? As far as I know, if there's anything missing, you'd be able to hear it. Like that too. There's just only that pillar there too. Gotta wait until this thing dissipates and... Okay, so that still hits me. Hey, Papito. Back on bed. There you go. Guess you want to just lay on my arm instead. Why are you on that specific card? It's the one that I control Samus's arm can with. Okay, let's see. There was that one. I already busted it open. Well, it kind of just reformed itself. Alright, there was one right here, and I already collected that. Actually, that one right over there that has it. Also got the one with the power bomb that needed right here too. Hopefully, I did get grab every single missile expansion and power bomb expansion here. That one leads directly to the Phase Out Mines, the back end of Phase Out Mines. Next place to go is Infantrana Drifts. I have pretty much everything here. You can always use more. Just gotta watch out for the fart clouds. Kind of expected you to just jump at that exact moment. So that's where you are. Got it. I'm melted. There you go. Pizza? Guess he just wanted to scratch himself. gotta go up. You keeping this here. Oh, why are you in the end game? Oh, well, hello there. Well, I already did just played about 5 streams worth of Metroid Remastered. I'm just about near the end. I just got to collect all the last 3 artifacts and some of the expansions. do over. No, I already did that. Right now, I'm just playing this with motion controls. Plus, all 3 slots are just filled up now. Gonna grab this. Let's see, what's the next place to go? Let's see, over here to grab that. And over here. Yes, there is one right over here. The goss. Just disintegrated. Touching it still works out. And what do you mean this the plasma beam doesn't melt? Okay, so it actually does. I just missed. Normal hard? It's hard mode. It's even harder with motion controls. If I wanted to do that, since I wanted to start streaming. I believe there was one right over here somewhere. Oh, the Shoggoth has been demoted to heavy unit. You like everything extra? Yep. Guess the flamethrower will just fine to defeat the Shoggoth. Yeah, I hear it. It's right there. No, wait, or is it this one right over here? Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, there you are. Still some more missiles to pick up. I believe there's 30 left. One right over here too. Yeah. I got that one right there. Let's see how much. None over here, but it does allow me to go. I guess I could always go back here, but it's right here that I'm looking for. Chozo Ice Temple. Found all the items by yourself? Yes, I have. Played this like 20 years ago, and I just got. Well, I didn't really just get the remastered. It's more so that I bought it because I love the game. Right over here. We got this trying, but it can't. Now that I'm over here. Now it's activated. That Shoggoth still trying to? Baby Shoggoth. I'll go grab this. Did you Prime 4? I'm about to do that right after this. Just got my pre-order in the mail. Well, it was about 4 days ago, but I did this in on time. I'll do that right after this. Spoilers on that. There's a bit more missiles here. Need like one more off of that. Come on, just take you out. Invisible? Didn't expect that to be invisible. Prime 2 and Prime 3? Yeah, I've already beat that myself. If only they were available for the Switch, then I would be playing that again. Guess they were not invisible. Probably just above my head when that happened. side right here. Take care of you. Now right here is where I would also find the other artifact. Just gotta need this first. Got it. Right. Just gonna jump right here. Damn, missed. There. I got this one. Chosen artifact acquired. Artifact about the sun, the 9th of 12. I just got 2 more. Highly collection at 91%. 7 on this. I got introduced into Metroid 6 months ago. I really wanted to play Prime 2, Prime 3, but I wanted to play them remastered. Because I don't think they will remaster them. I hopefully they do. I do really want to replay Prime 2 again. Well, I do still love Prime 1, because that is my childhood. We've been over there. Yeah, I don't need to be here. I've also played Prime 3, just once. I got that on rental. And I did actually 100% that within 3 days. Played Prime 1 the most. And then Prime 2. Well, Prime 2 was hard. I still enjoyed every moment of it. I got that artifact. Now I can just go through this area. Spot up here. It's entryway. Phendronics. Or just bounced off your shell then. It'll bounce off. How does it bounce off when it's made of molten plasma? Extra missile do fine. Okay, back over here. Go. There. I see you here. You're gonna be overloaded with this. Get burned. Alright, I believe there's the one behind me. Just right above this spot. Gonna need that. Oh wait, I didn't even need to go up here. I just forgot that stalactite I dropped. Like right over here. Power bomb expansion. Oh, I got that. Say on my item collection. 92. Supposedly that just means there's exactly 100 of everything. Okay, now that I got that, I don't think there's anything over here. Let's see, courtyard. Got that one on this end here. Let's see. Don't think there's anything here. There's some definitely right here. Yeah, I gotta go through here. There is one over there. See a better way to go through. Left or right? I still need to go through the control tower here just to get that relic there. And all the way over here, Phendrana's Edge. Like a little spot right there. These guys. Ooh, better if I do this. Alright. Headshot. you. There. This right here is for a shortcut. For a second, I may be hallucinating hearing the sound of a power-up somewhere. Alright, I'm gonna go over here since getting one of those it will be easy as that. Yes, there's some more over here. I just realized that at the bottom of the frozen pike. But I also have to go over here too. Oh yeah, just you then.
Defeat enemies to unlock doors.
Plasma beam is so strong that even a charge beam just destroys it.
Doors unlocked.
Yeah, open that up. Now that I got that. Okay, left behind a Shiggoth over here. Come on. You gotta look behind you. I guess I still need to do that. Why are you not moving at all? And burn. Shiggoth just stood there and took the fire blast to the face. Alright, so the next thing I need to do is just right over here since I now have the grapple beam. The little hole right here. Got it. It's expansion. A little bit of a quarantine monitor in this room. The taming of the artist continues. If there are unforeseen setbacks, it can be installed on phase-on mine patrol by Lotus Milestones. Probably something called that too. Research on Talent 4 is expanding into new areas. Pending stabilization of the Thardas venture, we will expand inanimation research to include other native Talent 4 materials. Still going to try and do that with phase-on. That's just about it for this area. Okay, now that I got that, best place to go as far as that. Still gotta go through the entirety here. Alright, I'll just go backwards here. I missed it. Is that the correct one? Yeah, that is. It blows them up twice over.
Doors unlocked.
Nope. Come on. There you are. Still tried to. Alright. Back to the normal way. Still gonna need you. Is there another one nearby? Alright, you just tank that. Just burn. There'll be another one somewhere. Yeah, you already tanked like one charged plasma beam to the face. You think you'll survive another hit? while you were burning. This will cause it to overheat. No, there isn't anything here other than just going for the map. I just still went through. Still more. You gonna burn there? Alright. You are. Wondering where you are. Up on top of this thing and I guess I still can't do it. Just some Metroids left over. I already collected that, and I think there was another. There was an energy tank in this room. Everybody collected it. Must have missed it. Second there, I thought there may be another one I missed. No, that's just the sound of Metroids. That way. All the power is just turned off here. Back over here. I cleared it up. As far as I am aware, there's nothing here either. Okay, a save station. Just do that real quick. Pito, you can just stay right there. There you go. I just quit laying on the headset. Oop, there you go. How to get back? Just sniffing my my lunchbox. Rest assured, there's nothing in there for you. Oh, and I think this is the second to last one. I need. Why did that look so funny? Piece over here. I believe it's like right over here. Well, I don't really need to do anything with that, or do I? This thing right over here is where the next artifact is located at. It's a large fuel cell attached to the base of this tower. Energy readings detect rapid fluctuations in power levels. Beyond base outer keystone structure appears damaged and unstable. That I could just simply do this. There it goes. Right next to the camera. Okay, I got it. There you are. Come on. Now, why did the Chosen decide to hide it right here? Or did the pirates do that? A third of 12. This is number 3, and yet, this is the... well, near the end I needed to get that. Don't believe there's anything else over here. I can look over, but there's nothing. The way to get back would be just to do this. That's been collected. Let's see, where's the next one? I'll just continue on ahead since I'm near it. Because going all the way back would be a lot longer now. And I'm also just double checking to see if I picked up the rest of the missile expansions and the new power bomb expansion. Do I have at least 7? I believe the max is 10. Let's see here. Correct spot. Let's make my way down. Elevator. I didn't even hit yet. That did. Just seeing the reflection of Samus' visor. Can I take care of that? Sit down. I'll be on the other side. Down there, but I can see Samus' hand through the arm cannon. I saw that. Just need like one charge and 2 or no more hits. I got that thing right there. Get burned. Let's see. Just these 2 Metroids here. They won't be, I mean, they... unless they were just normal pirates or the shadow pirates, they won't be attacking anyone. Something behind me? No, it's just that spot. Okay. Down I go. It's another one of those monitor, drones. How did I miss that? I just hacked them both.
Doors unlocked.
The one with the, yeah, Metroids. Even if I do have the plasma beam, it takes like 2 charged shots, and even then, ice beam missile combo is still superior. Oh. There. Here they come. Another shot. Added a lot more man, it's still way too much. How did I miss that? Now it just grows bigger. Wrong button. Damn it. It doesn't even melt underneath this. Okay, that's enough of that. I can just keep going. Okay, over here. Frozen Pike. The latter half. Well, the last third of this Fitner Drifts. Just at the very end here, if I want the artifact. After that, I'll just go back to the impact crater. Let's see, where would the fastest place be here? Another one? Where? Let's see, anything else here? Probably at the bottom of the this place here. Come on, charge it. Going up there would just don't really need to do. Anything in the water? Oop, just as gel zap. So, yeah, there is something over here, I think. Or is it this one? Probably go for that one instead, and just do that for the return trip. Okay, up I go. But I set it to wave beam. You don't. Still burning, you know. Okay, well, you just took that. And they just melted. How is it that these things have already just fell off like that? Okay, got him. Okay, there's just one more at the bottom of this thing. I see that. So it's like right over here. Up top. That's for the last one. We got a glider. Don't want to get hit by this thing. It's crunched underneath the frozen water. So where is it? I think there's like one more? Something like that. The right way? Yeah. Then I'll just head on to the edge. One friend's online. Do that. There you go. Just up here. Where this thing is. Just be able to reach that. It's not over here, of course. Probably right over on that spot. Why I even needed that? Something like some other spot here? Or was I just thinking of this? Got a power bomb. I get the feeling that it is only just a 8 instead of the 10 I thought. Let's see. Somewhere here on Phadrana's edge. Get that one. Can't really tell, but it's right there. Let's see, is it made of Bedesium or Cordite? I actually do see an indentation of a hole here. Now it busted open. There it is. Last artifact. Collected. The last Chozo artifact acquired. Artifact spilled the 11th of 12. Following this, the 11th of 12. Now it's fully completed. It's whole now. Drill rig operators are to report any symptoms of phase-on madness immediately. Orphean crash site is an orange level security zone. Mail transmissions from the Orphean point to the massive security breach. Massive security, yeah. All persons must inspect their life support systems before reporting to the mines. Storage cave. Guessing the pirates also found this, but they couldn't hide it away from me. Also, how the hell did they hide it behind a rock wall? I'm guessing they just placed that rock there and I just blew it up. Right. Now to get all the way to the bottom of this thing. Coming through, you know. Right over here. Hunter Cave. Don't think there was anything here. I think it was just that room that had something that drops off. Oh yeah, that's the one I was looking for. There's like 2 left. This one and over here. I miss you. That's acquired. Yeah, let's see. Is another one at this spot down here? Shouldn't be. Does make it easy just to get through here. Okay, just need to get over to your cave, and there should be like this one thing left. Just water. Just says like there's 97%. Now, how much am I missing from this? Pretty sure I can burn these things if I want. Now they won't be able to come back. The only thing you have left here would be you. Alright, let me see here. Here's the last thing I need to do. This thing? Is it? Right there. Just has this grapple point hidden underneath. Damn it. Last point, I need to lasso myself over here. Damn it. Get me myself back over here. What the? I want to get back up there. Right. Some small mistakes here. Ah, damn it. Still not so bad. Just need to hold onto this tighter. Got it. That all of that. There's still like 2 left somehow. I'm missing 1. There you go. It's not gonna blow up. Let's see, which was the room that had I think it's just that one. Just ignore them, they're no concern. This one or that one? Which is the one that has I think it's this one that I'm thinking of. And there's this. What's that? Alright, made it through. At the bottom of this thing, huh? Don't stand still, you're gonna be disintegrated. Well, they're not really staying still, they're just flying still. What the hell happened there? May have just walked off the edge before I was able to jump. Alright, take 2. There. Right here connects directly to the elevator. I think that means I did grab everything else that I need here. Let's see. I already did get that one. See if there's anything else there. So it just connects to that spot. That's not where I need to be anyway. I already just came through here. Gotta go up higher. Got it. I got it all. That's all the items. 100%. And there's just 97% of my logbook left. But I know that one's just the last, very last creature to scan, which is not over here. Alright, going down to Magmore and back to Talon 4. Or wherever is, whichever is faster. Back down. Let's see. Just take me to Mines. That's not where I would need to be anyway. There's the Talon overworld. There. Glad to know that I got everything in phase on mines. Very hard over there. Jump the globules. It does so to intimidate you. How did I miss that? Fireproof. What's there? Just a few more runes. Well, it's just one. A little bit closer. It's all collected right on time, too. Give or take an extra 2 hours or so. It's either freezing everything or melting everything. Now to go back up. Root cave, all the way back to the Chosen Temple. Better if I just... What's there? Further. Alright, now for the last save that'll be here. Well, not really the last save. There will be one in the last area. Okay. Got all the missiles, got all the power bombs. I guess there is only 8. I thought there would be like 10 or 12. I guess 8 would be just to keep you so much. 250 missiles, that's just standard issue at this point. Or at least close enough to being 255. 255 is just the upper limit of all the 8-bit systems that the Metroid NES just started off with. Let's go and round it down to 250 is fine. We're here. Temple. artifact temple, really. After approximately 10 hours, we're here. All artifacts collected. They formed a portal to the impact crater. Alright. Unfortunately for me, Metroid says no. And there he is, Metroid. If you think fighting him, I ended up just breaking that apart, and unfortunately for Metroid, the Chozo just like that. You're gonna have to be punished now. Just breaks it apart. Here we go. An object out of range. Here we go. New creature, aka Meta Ridley. Genetically enhanced Ridley metaform. Reborn and evolved through pirate technology. Meta Ridley is a fearsome enforcer. His armor hide is extremely resilient, save for the chest, which has thinner plating. Pirates have used a number of potent weapons to this creature, including a multi-missile system, a negative breath weapon, Besson bomb launcher, and an ultra-thermal flame strike projector. Meta Ridley is also a formidable melee combatant, making any sort of engagement a risky proposition. Just happened. Gonna have to do that, you know. Gonna be needing a lot more. Gotta wait until it bombs everything and just breaking the temple apart. Just a little bit more, you know. 3 super missiles to the chest. There it goes. Get back here, Ridley. Just flying high. Breaking that apart now. Like just a little bit more. Let's see, what would be the best thing to do? Let's try this out. Spam out there? Sure is. Missed it. Let's do this out. A little bit of damage to you. I mean, kind of just let that happen, really. I don't think that actually did anything. Try something else a bit. Look at old flamethrower help out. You gonna do anything over there? Just to do your classic dive bomb effect. What would be the best way to avoid that? Clearly, I just tried to do the straight, but that didn't happen. Just go ahead and turn around, you know? But I didn't actually work out. Some more damage. Come on, show up! What sort of fly effect was that? Yeah, that's the wrong one. Come closer. I'll end up shooting that double time. Come on, come on. Get back on reach in. Just keep using this. Got it. Just a bit more. And I think that shooting the super missile will be a lot better than just trying the wave buster. Or even the flamethrower. Still have a on the end of it. Come on, get back down here. Deliberate. Got you there. And there he goes again. I already have you down at half health. Got it. Still flying high. There he goes again. Come on. That is still gonna go after you. Now that's one missile gone. Get back over here. Bit fast here. Can't evade this. Okay, he did kind of evade that. Avoid that. Normally, I think Betty Ridley would just lose his wings by now. I'm guessing I have to burn it instead. And then just the missiles coming in. Come on. Okay, now it's actually burning off. Your wings are burnt. That doesn't make you any less deadly. Let's see, where's the like? Right in your mouth too. Come on, keep your mouth open. Bit of a power play here. Come on. Just gotta turn around for that. A little closer. Just a bit more. Probably should have this. Try this out. I got it. We just about time this hit on off you. Maybe just the power beam. I mean, plasma beam will do better. Come on. Let's try this out. Come on. Made it. Come on, lock on. Let that stomp it. Come on already. A little bit more. Do that like 3 times. Not gonna work. Come closer. On this end. Try something new here. I guess that's too slow. I'll try it again. Ah, damn it. Stop doing that. This is about the amount of missiles are low. Let's try setting this out. Not strong enough. Just a really hard and tail coming out. Come on, Ridley. Did that get you there? I'll try out the Wave Buster again. Come on. I jumped out way out big time. I gotcha. Come on, come on. Come on. That's doing some damage, but not enough. Let's try this again. Come on, come on. Guess that's not strong. Come on. Just a little bit more. Try to do that a second time. Right. It's a little bit further. Damn it. Time to run. Got the way off of that. Come on. Timed it just right. There he goes again. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, get melted. Last one. Finally. Just an ordeal just trying to destroy you. Now the Chozo have seen that you desecrated their temple. Take that! And now for Disney villain death. Man, my head is getting sore from just holding that position for so long. You know, just gripping it that tightly. The Chozo Ghost will not help me with this. Finally, very end of this. I have a more to scan, but this should be the last of it. The impact crater. Doesn't even say that. A voiceover for this. Telemetry deep down within this area here. Yeah. Crater entry point. Right here, down. Well, it's right next to Phazon mines, but it's also right over here, Telenor. Yeah. Fun fact, if there weren't any time constraints, this would be one of the larger dungeons to go through. But because of time constraints, well, they didn't have enough time, so it's the smallest area in the game. There's always the what could have been. If the remaster would, the dev team allowed it to just add in all the dummied out material that it couldn't have beforehand. I guess it would still, well, that would be a remake then. But I didn't mean to go back. No. I didn't mean to touch that. I'm just gonna have to go back down. I guess I could go back and just grab the missiles, but I think that spot also had the third missile recharge station. Okay, I'm back down. Just ignore that. Alright. Over here in the impact radar. Alright then. Limited data is on unknown material available. Material is highly radioactive. You will take damage from direct contact. The reject quality is at least 86% greater than Phazon. Unshielded biforms below index level P will suffer fatality within moments. So now we have... Just need to scan this. Whatever the hell this thing is. Lumagek. Phazon charged reptiles. Natives of Talent 4, the Lumagax, travel in swarms to increase their odds of survival. They absorb and radiate phazon energy, making these swarms a threat. And they just end up touching this stuff. And there's more. Just keep spawning in. This is like the first appearance of extremely high concentration of red phazon. It's exactly what it says, where it's like 86% more, yeah, greater concentration. And if this phazon 2 can't even shield against that, I can easily defeat him. Just the power beam. Okay, let's just get on through. Now I have read on some of the dumbed out content of what for phazon what could be, like these Metroids kind of just expel or generate phazon, and then later they just kind of make it as a waste product. And in some cases, well, I mean, and if you were going to go by that kind of idea for what phazon could be, or especially red phazon, what we're actually looking at is Metroid manure. But that never sort of happened, you know? We're here in the phazon core. The entire thing is where the Leviathan just landed right here. And, well, the Chozo just dug out the meteor, but, well, all the phazon just leaked through. About this room, though, is that, yes. Just got fission Metroids to worry about. Yeah, I guess I could do this instead. Come on. Use that little trick to instantly kill it. Gotta make sure that it actually attaches to me right as I exit through the door. The thing to note is that these fission Metroids spawn out of these things. Out of the red phazon. I'll just ignore them. Either I use a door or I just use something else. It's already pretty difficult just to fight these things. Greatest weapon you can do. Just ignore them. Okay, let's see. I think there's yeah, on that side. This will lead directly to where I am going, but now there's this. Well, I guess I can always just do this instead. Yeah. Get despawned. Refilled all my missiles. I believe this is the third missile recharge station. There's plenty of save stations, but not much for missiles. Gotta ask yourself, what the hell is going on here? Other than just fighting these things. Alright. Just let that happen. What fission Metroids has spawned out of the red phazon? What are there such ideas? Oh, it looks so weird. Yeah. Just all of it looking kind of like I'm inside something. Kind of makes it look like I'm inside a tumor. One thing you could say is that could this very well be you are inside the womb? Yeah, I already know exactly that. Oh, hello, the worst. Pretty much did say exactly that. And, well, that's pretty much it. They did a cross, and now here we are. You could say that this is a red Phazon is like an unhealthy or even corrupt, ironically enough, version of blue Phazon. It's just like highly concentrated and unstable. That's just one theory of what it could be. There it is. The thing we're fighting, the worm. Even at this distance, it kind of looks like a face. Behold! The worm. Has this sort of face-like appearance here. Sort of dug itself even further down. Phazon infusion chamber. Well, whatever it sort of did. All the Phazon here, we're gonna go ahead and dig deeper. Turns itself. Guess who it is? That is one fierce looking face. Right here, of course. Morphology, Metroid Prime. Title drop, highly evolved Phazon producing life form. Phazon producing, huh? The aberration known as Metroid Prime is the source of Phazon, making it immensely powerful. A genetic flaw makes it susceptible to certain weapons for brief periods. Yeah, because it's now like the Beam Troopers or Vision Metroids. Only its head is truly vulnerable. Other attacks are nuisance. Offensively, Metroid Prime has a number of natural and mechanical weapons at its disposal. Mechanical, you say? That's sort of like a, well, more of a dumbing out feature for the remaster here. In the original, it was more of a plot hole where the Space Pirates had found Metroid Prime and tried to modify it by giving it like mechanical turrets and a beam changing effect. Well, they kind of removed it here because, well, how the hell did the pirates bust through into the impact crater and found Metroid Prime and modified it when the Chozo themselves supposedly locked it up tight? But even then, the pirates cannot dig through the impact crater where most of the high concentration of the Phazon was located at, just to be able to have access to Metroid Prime. Well, that's the only thing here that's going to be well, just a continental dissonance here. These include Ultra Frigid Breath, Multi-Missiles, Snare Beams, and Particle Wave Projectiles. Massive strength and barbed carapace make it lethal in melee combat. Recommended to maximum firepower when engaging this enemy. See that I must do this though. I'll do just that. Gotta hit it in the head though. Metroid Prime just gets closer. I hit you in the head though. Sorry, just bounced back. Let's try this out. Zap you in the head with the Wave Buster. Come back here, Metroid Prime. Going down. Deeper below. Gonna have to save that next time. Got him. go underneath that. Mighty Metroid Prime. Look out. Whoop. That almost hit me. Launch. I think it's just aimed directly at me when I do that. Closer. The reflected carapace is actually just about... There we go. Just aim directly back at me. Got it. I'm gonna be using all my charged combos to take you out. Just because I have all these missiles doesn't mean I can't use them. Because I am going to use them. Even the inferior... look out. Grab these things too, which I don't really know what they are. These just give off extra stuff. Now you'll be burning. Let's try this out. Did work. That flamethrower is so short range on this thing. Got him. Get rid of these things. Come on. Amen. Get rid of the poison on that end. What more you got, Metro Prime? Come on. Yeah. That's on one side. What are you doing with that sort of thing, though? These things are a lot tougher than they're supposed to be. Metroid Prime is trying to escape, but I won't let it. Much further on, sub-chamber 4. Still like one more ride after this. Can't really aim exactly like that. But you'll be burning. A bit more, and then you changed into I gotta take care of this. And, oops. Move it. Take you out with that. Oh. That was a disaster. Where am I going? Trying to charge it. Again. It did end up getting me, but that was just too early. Incoming! Very hot. Where am I? And they were just setting me on fire. There you go. So it's about iceberg. Only set up on one. Freeze! Some good damage off of me. Bedbow. Be careful when this thing blows up. A bit more. Blast. Got it. Ooh, and Metroid Prime just falls. Oof. Over here in Sub-Chamber 4, we're going back downwards. Down below. I guess that long fall has killed it. Or just cracked its shell enough. Now we have Metroid Prime, Exo. Or Core, actually, yeah. Let's fight! Now it even looks more like a Metroid than it actually did beforehand. The core essence of Metroid Prime. Scan indicates that the phase-on energy form of Metroid Prime is invulnerable to all conventional weapons. Only attacks from a phase-on fused arm cannon will damage it. It generates pools of phase-on when it attacks. This is to fuel your suit's phase-on weapon system. The entity can also spawn Metroid to assist it in battle, rendering itself invisible when it does so. That's all 100%. Literally the last signals. Just do this too. Metroid Prime is completely invulnerable to all my green weapons. It doesn't work. Then it goes invisible for this. And what spectrum is it? Enter in Hyper Beam. Where is it? Come on. It's more so of a waiting game at this point, where I have to fight Metroid Prime in one of the physical spectrums, in this case X-ray. Like molten hot right now. on, just take it all. Now, as far as I know, Metroid Prime is currently being overloaded. Phase on. I mean, I've already pushed it to its limits. Now I just want some more. Gotta give it back. From what I understand, Metroid Prime is actually just venting off pure puddles of Phazon. Because it's actually just overproducing on Phazon at this point. Well, I would like to look over here. Where's it now? Where is it? Did I see that right? When Samus enters hyper mode, her hand configuration just turns into the middle finger. This is just for a case with the other Metroids. Where is it now? Are you still in? A bit more. This kind of moment here just means that, well, you gotta wait until you just keep using your powers. Yeah, I know. Keep roaring. 100 minutes, huh? Just gotta get out of the way of you. Because you just doing that is take it all back. The only thing I need to worry about is just my energy depleted. Just a Metroid Prime. The most like a Metroid, except it has this human face on it. No mouth. There it goes. I guess it is not actually changing. Fended off all the rest of that. Just gonna be looking at Samus's hand just configure itself. Well, I wait off until Metroid Prime vent off another pool of Phazon. All it is right now is just that it's the last bits for I don't know what to do with this. How to interrupt your movement here. Come on, come on. Just before it down. Do you think the the power of Metroid Prime's core would be... But I'm not gonna let that happen. So where is it? Go. Now, you think the power of Metroid Prime's core essence would be a lot stronger than this. Some easily telegraphable movements. With every sort of beam weapon and missile just not working at all. This right? I mean, that doesn't work on. Oh, yeah. Push me off. Take that. Little by little, it's getting there. Kind of looks like your brain's blinking even faster. Brain just it's not blinking any faster now. But I guess that's only when you're attacking. I could just do this instead. Ready to go? There you are. And last words, Metroid Prime. I think I have maybe 2 more pools of phase on to do that. Alright. Like fighting off a wounded animal. Like it's trying all it can just to fight back, but it knows it's got itself cornered. I might just need to get rid of it. Where is it? Where'd you go? Come on, lock on. Goodness. Ah, I already just used it all up. I used it a little bit just to take out those vision Metroids. Yeah, I know. Last time, Metroid Prime. That's it. Metroid Prime. He's mutating again. It fully overloaded on Phazon, and now, well, it became this thing. Looking for all the phases, absorbing everything, all of it. Even Samus's Phazon suit, it's stolen. It's about to implode. Crater collapse imminent. Evacuate immediately. Another bit of time constraint here is that it would have been the classic, you know, escape the crater sequence. You know, escape sequence. How it always is in every single Metroid game. Damn, Metroid Prime stole my Phazon suit.
Chozo's faith in Samus has been well rewarded.
Yeah.
And now, a new star shines in the universe.
Good thing I enabled that.
The bounty hunter, Samus Aran. What future and fate await her?
Check this out. Sweet. I believe the face actress that was playing her was named, what was it? Jennifer Hale? Something like that. I remember back then just Samus physically taking off her helmet and having it underneath her arm. Here, well, it's more of a hologram effect. Now that's it. Gonna be Metroid Prime Remastered again. Hard mode and on stream. But more importantly, with motion controls. Always wanted to do it with the motion controls, but I believe it got to the point where I just ended up start using the center button all the time, just so I can have it in the middle. It was a good idea to have it like that. It's kind of nice, honestly. But when fighting off Metroid, I was literally just death gripping my Joy-Cons so much that I just started to hurt because I just needed a steady hand. I don't know what would have been a lot better strategy to fight off Metroid. I think just hitting it with super missiles just fine. Charge off plasma beams also work too. I don't quite remember what threshold that it really needed, just for his wings to burn off, or maybe I just needed to hit him with a plasma boom shot the entire time. I also do remember the exact pattern I needed to do just to stun lock it with the plasma beam so I can hit it when its mouth opens and onto its chest. Victor Van Heck. That's cool. Everyone else that worked on this game, or they would be if some of their names weren't taken off in the remastered. Let's give them a lot of credit, you know? They made the game, all Retro Studios. Nice regular engineer and a technical Tim Little. Wow. What was the president of Retro Studios back then called? All I know is that guy was a scumbag. Let's see, I think it was like Jeff Spangenberg, something like that. Wrathwatch, Bat, not cool. The then CEO of Retro Studios was kind of just making production on this game a lot worse. As far as I could tell, during back then, all Jeff was doing during the entire time was pretty much just spending all of Nintendo's funds on hookers and blow. No, really, he actually was doing that. Just living in a high-off life that way. And that's when, at that point, Nintendo knew, just found out about his what he was doing, and then just quietly bought all the shares of Retro Studios until they pretty much owned it. Game on recruiting. And at that point, they kind of just let Jeff go, or fired him, or something like that. I think it was for the best. Now that Retro Studios is part of Nintendo, they made some awesome games. Have you seen this? This is a really good game, even back then from 2002. All these guys. Console art. Make the character artist. Such memories. This game was way ahead of its time. I think I remember back then. I was just the first time I saw this, I was just so blown away and amazed by what technology could have been at that time. It looked like it came from 2015. It still holds up. Even if, well, I guess the control scheme is a bit outdated if you played on the original GameCube. But I got used to it. I even played, even back, well, I guess 2 years ago. In the remaster, they introduced a new control scheme where you get to use twin stick controls. Honestly, good improvement. Then I played it on hard mode and put on the old controllers with my old, well, I did have a GameCube Pro controller that I used as well. And now I have the Switch tool, and I'm using it with motion controls. I wanted to do that back then too, But, well, a lot of drift on my Joy-Cons for my original Switch. And I have the Switch 2. Way improved! Even I didn't know that it can work with mouse controls. Well, it functions with mouse controls. It can go left and right just fine, but up and down? Nope, it didn't work at all. Other than that, it's pretty solid. Responsive, but I guess it still could use a bit more tweaking with the gyroscope. Because it kind of just started drifting, the motion control was just drifting to the right or left. And I can't really keep it still unless I just have it sitting on there. Just sitting on my leg as I'm holding it in position. Samus Model Supervision, huh? Tagayasu Morisawa Takashi Ito. All to win. Nintendo of America. Localization of Scott Ritchie. Well, now that I completed this game, I'm gonna go play Metroid Prime 4 now. Well, not exactly now at this point. I'll just take a day off, or a day break, and then the day after I'll start playing with Metroid Prime 4. What would I want to start with? Controller or Joy-Cons? Well, whatever's best. I'll just go with my Pro Controller. Based on work of Metroid Prime, original Nintendo GameCube and Wii version. I think the Wii version is just the trilogy. It had like the special effect where, well, I guess I just have a motion control version, but there was a hybrid version. Now that you saw that, the credits, here's the end credits. Actually, not yet. And now, your rate of collecting items. Mission final. Percentage complete. 100%! Roll time? 13 hours. That's just 3 hours short of my new, well, the first playthrough of the Remastered. 16 hours. And on hard mode, that was about 8 hours, but that was only because I wasn't reading all the entries. I wanted to read anyway. I wanted to get myself in the mood for Metroid Prime 4, so I just read it all. And that's pretty much the padding there. I wonder what the world record of speedrun for this game. I think it was somewhere around 6 hours, maybe. 8 hours though. It's as fast as I can get it. It didn't take me so long just to fight the Omega Pirate twice. Maybe I could have reached it here. No, I don't think so. Fighting Meta really was maybe 20 minutes long. Or 30. And I guess fighting Metroid Prime's core was also another while here. Now for the end credits scene. If you collected 100% of the items, then this happens. Back to the Impact Trader. Metroid Prime. She's still alive. Using Samus' stolen Phazon suit as a new exoskeleton. This is save now. We'll finish this game of Metroid Prime Remastered. You select your save slot again. Start a new game. Do you save? Yeah, go ahead, save it. I believe now it's just that since I did that, well, I can just play it again. I did do exactly that. 3 times now. Well, just the other one. I just copied off of it. Metroid Prime Remastered. What an awesome game. And 100% completed. Selecting this will start a new game, which I already did. Of course, since I already collected all the entries, I didn't really need to scan everything again, because, you know, all the creatures, all the research, all the Chozo lore, even the pirate lore. And the only thing that needs to be scanned would be the mission critical items. You know, the ones in red that activate some mechanisms in elevators. That's the only thing you really need to scan, which is why it's much faster than that. It's like half the time of this. And yes, I did put it on the hard mode because why not? That was on motion controls. Let's see right here. There's a pointer one. This was the one based on Metroid Prime Trilogy. There's a hybrid one for aiming. The one I chose off first. Yeah, there's just a new control scheme when it said so. Classic one, yeah, which I did do on hard mode on, you know, the second one. Never really tried this one though. I only did the pointer one, so I wanted to try that. Let's go look at the extras. I pretty much have like an extra 10 minutes before I end the stream. Just end it earlier. Concept gallery. Let's look at that. Biology, you say. And there's also the Remastered, which adds some new things too. Concept art of Samus right here. Let's see. Not how I kind of expect that to move. Still looks amazing even back then. Of course, now I can actually see that, well, when I looked at the differences side by side, I see that, well, but even on the GameCube it still looked amazing, but I do see that parts of Samus' suit is a bit JPEG-y. The articulation for Samus' arms. The arm cannon just looking a lot different here. I remember reading up that the fact that the wave beam, ice beam, and plasma beam were actually meant to look like alien tech. Where the wave beam is meant to look like a claw. Plasma beam looking like a fire cannon. Ice beam looking like an ice blade. Internal designs of how Samus should look. It's pretty cool though. I do wonder exactly why Samus needs those huge palindromes. I'm guessing they're more so for like a shield generator or something. Yeah, they're just her, just being a, well, this is just still concept art. Samus just sitting on the side. Probably like a real sketch of a woman. Then they just kind of sketched over with Samus, just to see how it would work out. Same thing. Whatever this little thing says. What's that say? I have no idea what that says. It's either too small or written in some other language or symbols. Samus' power suit as concept from the first Metroid game. It's kind of a neat design. Just very flat looking shoulder pads. And then there's the Varia suit. It's like a, well, it has more bulk to it. And this. I think the entire reason why it was designed like this, other than just a change of color, was so that, I think it was in Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, where it was in black and white, and you can't really tell if Samus has like a different suit, so they just gave her a different model. In this case, a bulkier suit. Or I can tell they just added a bit more orange onto her arms, the side of her legs, orange boots, spikier knees. A larger chest, technically, yeah, if I'm just looking at it, because it's a bit on the flat side here. The little green icon there, where this one has 2 of them. But it's more so for style. Looks nice. And I think our helmet adds this little extra divot on our visor. Where it isn't right here. Just a extra square on top of that thing. And also just bigger shoulder pads. Or arm cannon, and whatever sort of design it could be from just opening it up. Spin charge? Super. A lot of things too. Missile. The missile has always looked like it kind of opens up by splitting. Whether they use an actual model of a missile, you know, just so that the slats it opens up makes sense, I think. Or just a some energy beam that looks like a missile. Oh well, it doesn't really look like a missile. It acts like one. Does it? Smoke. Imagine if her arm cannon just overloads and has to dispense heat, and it just has the smoke coming out of it. I do like the 3 ways that the arm cannon configures the beam weapons. The normal way, it just has the classic compact design. Its wave design just makes it wider. Its ice design makes it taller. And the plasma design makes it longer. Of course, there's also the hyper beam move, which does all 3 at once. Different colors as well. Or so when it's when you're charging the beam. There's this design right here. What the hell's going on with her arm cannon there? Maybe that could be the grapple beam? A lot of sketches too. Just other models of Samus. That's her without her helmet. More sketches of Samus in action poses. – 2001. Samus's face. Samus's face model. I believe in Metroid Prime 1 when they did exactly that. She has a more realistic looking face here. This is just the original design though. Top killer. Soft chin. Mole? Well, yeah, she does have a mole. I'm pretty sure just in Zero Mission where you can actually see that. Here, well, the mole is actually just underneath her mouth. It's just not here. And this is just for the end screen. And the reflection, of course. And some close-up shots of her eyes. Metroids. Classic looking. Alien jellyfish-like creature. And it makes it look a bit like a floating amoeba, but it's a jellyfish. With its nuclear core there. What is that design though? Looks a little bit like circuitry. And that there's the Parasite Queen. Hover. This sort of looks like it's fan art. The Stone Toad. A Magmar. Could you imagine if there was another boss of Magmar that's not just Thardus, that's been moved to Finjon? That could have been like a Hydra Magmar? I think that was like the magma spawn or spore. Looks like spore spawn, except that it floats in magma. Triclops and different designs of Triclops. Man, that thing is so dumb. Got the Chozo here and it having mechanical wings. Chozo being a little bit of alien bird people with their beaks and also wings. You don't actually get to see any living Chozo until Metroid Dread. Even then, it was just for only 2 of them. Most of them are dead, and after that, well, they're truly dead, unless you count Samus, who herself has a bit of the Chozo DNA. Flagra. Mutated flower. Find yourself like a plasmite, burrower, beetle, and a war wasp. Over here in Chozo Ruins, all you're doing is fighting the local fauna. And that isn't until you get to Magmar Caverns, you're still fighting the local fauna. Androna Drifts, well, when you're going deep within, and Phazon Mines is pretty much where you actually fight the space pirates. That's where they get tougher. The Baby Shiga. This thing is not even touched by Phazon. It actually just looks like that. Shriekbat. What was it? Stalagmite or something like that? It's that one creature that kind of looks like the Pokemon Bergmite. I think those are called Shredders. They were in the first Metroid, and you just use them as a platform with your Ice Beam. They were pretty much invulnerable until you get your Screw Attack. Lighter. And Plated Parasite. Doesn't even really look like the actual Parasite, unless you count it being plated. And we have ourselves the Elite Pirates here. Rocket Launcher. And what the hell is that called? Horn Tracking. And the bladed weapon called the Erebus. A little bit on the end here. They have a design of... I wonder if this is meant to be the Omega Pirate instead of the Elite Pirate. Got ourselves a Hunter Metroid, which is like a Phazon enhanced adolescent of a Metroid, being longer. Kind of looks like it is kind of emulating the appearance of Metroid Prime's core. You know, with the elongated jelly-like capsule surrounding its nucleus. And the long tendril too, making it look like flying squid instead of a jellyfish. So more of the local fauna here. That crab there looks a little bit like what are we called? Charge beam? No, that's not it. Long beam. No, that's still not right. All I'm thinking of is that it looks like one of the power-ups that have this animal holding Samus's power-up in the original Metroid and not Super in Zero Mission. I did exactly that. There's a Zoomer, the Acolyte or Oculist, something like that. Oculus? I don't even know. I think that was in the game. This creature. And the Scarab. The Sentry Drone. When it's folded up, it looks like that. Now we got the Troopers here. Space Pirate don't look like that. That one is more one of the Beam Troopers. Those weird looking helmet on. Flying Pirate, right? It looks a bit more bug-like. Maybe like a Luminov. It looks like it's strapped on a jet engine on its back. While holding stingers. And that's a last of it. Triclops, whatever that thing was called. Ice Shriek Bat. And Lumaget. You only ever get to see that only in the Impact Crater, and only once as a swarm. Oh yeah, that's that thing, the Phazon Elite. I believe that's meant to be like the prototype version of the Elite Pirates that actually managed to live. The Phazon Elite is just a more charged version of the Elite Pirate, but with no auxiliary cannon. It moves twice as fast and attacks with twice the animation speed. Meta really just about to eat you. Metroid Prime. Is that the technology that was seen behind it? Certainly looks even more like a face when it's folded up. Or not. It has this sort of eye appearance right on the joints of its legs. Looks like... Oh, let me... If you look closer, it kind of looks like the head of a praying mantis. Instead of just being a giant crab-like Metroid. And then there's Metroid Prime Core. Looking the most like a Metroid. Though it doesn't have any talons, it only has its tendrils. Flying octopus. We have these other two things. These other two... I wonder if that's meant to be the Fission Metroids. And then there's Metroid Prime's Exo. That doesn't have a human-like face, though. Better Ridley. Title Metroid Prime there. Design. Having a lot more mechanical looking wings instead of just it having look a bit like a hologram. Or a hard light projection. That? The hell is this meant to be? It has its own copy of a Samus's arm cannon. I'm guessing this is just meant to make well, Samus did blow him up in Metroid and Zero Mission, whichever one you want to count. Or is this something else? I see something controlling this thing. Oh. Imagine the carcass of Ridley being used as a zombie mecha with a spacebar just controlling it. Its brain, both parts of its wings, even the groin. Why specifically there? On both ends of this thing. Wow, that would have been some boss fight. Just seeing a Dracolich version of Ridley here. Another version of Metroid Prime, but kind of making it look like a spider brain. Now that's it for like the original concept art. Now what does the remastered even look like? Oh yeah, just pretty much the current models of what's used here. 31, huh? Samus's gunship. A much more higher definition of the Parasite Queen. Does look like a just giant version of the parasites. You don't want that in your house. War wasps. Why does the war wasp have two barbs that look like that? Got the zoomer, gamer, and seedling. Does look very weird. Very alien. Beetle? Oh, that's a plated beetle. Exposed abdomen. How the hell does it evolve like that? It is a giant insect though. Stone toad. They're looking behind. Has like two tusks there. Well, two pairs of tusks. The hive totem. The Chozo ghost. These were always hard to fight, especially when you're playing on hard mode, where the enemies do double damage and have double the health. Phase-on, it was so atrocious that even just grasp the Chozo's bit of paradise from drag them back to the mortal coil or in the mortal plane. Magra. Like this plant-like praying mantis, the skull-like mouth. Have that magma spore and a puffer. It's weird. You know, what if the remaster just has like a new redesign of these characters. We have like 3 Magmors. I kind of do want to have like a Hydra boss based on Magmor. Shiga. One with a shell and without the baby shell. Just growing these icy spines on its back. And the adult Shiga. It looks much more angry here than it does in the original GameCube. Dardis. And I have made mention beforehand that Dardis was the original boss for Magmar Caverns. When this one boss, known as Sabergoth, this humongous blue primate-like ice gorilla, that was actually the original boss for Phendrana Drifts, but well, it didn't really fit with the setting of the game. Got as far as being like modeled textures and even given some animations before being dummied out completely and replaced by Thardis, and that's why Magmar Caverns does not have a boss to fight there. I did take a look at Sabergoth, and it looked like something out of a Monster Hunter. Got use of the Shriek Bat and Ice Shriek Bat. Look at his tiny legs. That's the Gel Zap. Yeah, it has like 2 halves here that somehow connects itself to each other. Is that the Blood Flower? You know, I never even noticed it having a face. At the bottom of that thing? Oh, and the Reaper Vine. It does have, the bottom of it too. Oh yeah, and the Aqua Sap. Oculus. And wherever the hell that thing is. Triclops. Bunch of Metroids, even a better design. That looks disgusting. Open. Bottom of its tentacles. The Space Pirates. Looking even grosser than before. Even doing some genetic modifications to themselves. And grafting metal technology on itself, making them cyborgs. Not like the flying pirates, and they still do look like they have like a jet engine strapped to their backs. Shadow pirates have their armor on, but it's too hot. Why do they're just extremely skinny. I wonder if that's like the original appearance for the Omega Pirates being blue. I guess this is what it would look like if it didn't have all those phase-on injections. Four of these phase-on platons joints here. And all 4 of the Beam Pirates. The Beam Troopers. Which one's your favorite? If I had the Ice Spreader, I could have just destroyed you instantly. Flamethrower, you as well. Now that there is actually Omega Pirate. Oh wait, those are the Pirates, yeah. I also do see the fact that they're grafting just mechanisms on their backs, along with just stapling their spine with metal fixtures. Just welding their skin with metal plating and armor and stuff. The beetles and the burrows. That one looks like it has a cool visor on. The beetle. I mean, the burrower. The cooler burrow. Literally with the shades on. It sort of has this kind of beak-like protrusion. And then we also have the talon crabs. Scarabs, parasite, plated parasite. And you get to see where its mouth is on that thing. Lumogex. Like a translucent gecko here. Charged with phase on. I wonder exactly how these things would work. If they were like an actual enemy to fight. Or if they actually made an appearance that was more than just the entrance. much the game would have been extended upon. I mean, or how much longer it could have been if Retro Studios didn't actually was under time constraints and finished off the entire thing they were planning on doing instead of just having like a troubled development cycle. Other than just the CEO just spending it all on hookers and blow, and then the team just living in their offices just trying to get it done. Just a Japanese workforce. Work site, work life, something like that. What so for the other things, it's the higher definition. Oh, that's the flicker bat. So that's what that those were. The elite pirates, but more charged with Phazon. Could you beat the Phazon elite? Better, really. Looking at a lot more fleshy here, as if. Well, Samus did defeat him on Metroid, but he was still technically alive, as evidenced by the pirates just scavenging all of his parts together. Of course, Ridley also has the ability to regenerate his flesh as long as he eats biomass. Which I think by the time you get through all 3 Metroid Primes plus Metroid Prime 4, by the time you get to Metroid 2: The Return of Samus, Ridley has gained enough mass to start shedding off the metal plating. As far as I can see, this neck is just fully mechanical. And then you have, by the time of Super Metroid, Ridley is now back to his original form. Until you kill them off for real in Super, literally blowing them apart piece by piece. Of course, there's other appearances of Ridley. That's only something different. Metroid Fusion? That's Ridley X, or Neo Ridley. Which is not even the real Ridley, just a copy of Ridley. And not even the copy of the original Ridley. It's actually a copy of a copy. And if you ever played Metroid Other M, which I have, you would know that the Ridley that showed up in that one is actually a clone of Ridley. Just having scraped off pieces of genetic material off of Samus, and they wanted to clone some more Metroids. The Federation, of course. And well, that's how you end up with this little bird-like creature that was actually just a Ridley clone. Really looking like that thing, like a Monty Python sketch where it was like Fluffy the Terrible, killer rabbit that will just shred you to pieces if you get to it, and it actually does do exactly that. And then as it grows and grows, it becomes more reptilian in nature, until finally it just looks like Ridley. Of course, this being a clone of Ridley, it doesn't remember Samus at all. And then at the very end of Metroid Other M, ironically enough, clone Ridley actually did survive his encounter, until he came face to face with the clone Queen Metroid, and had his entire life force sucked out of him, which is why he's like a gray husk on the Federation BSL station, Biological Research Space Labs, yeah, which is also just for some reason sitting in a cold storage, and also an ex-parasite just kind of stole or absorbed all the DNA off of the husk of frozen Ridley. That then was just it dead, of course, and then coming back as Neo Ridley. Metroid Prime. A different design. Huge mouth on the underside of this thing. Metroid Prime's core, when it does not have its exoskeleton, and its brain when it's completely corrupted and overloaded with excess Phazon. just kind of looks like this giant amoeba. Samus's model here. I wonder what's the best version of Samus? One for Prime or the one we all know and love from Zero Mission? Or anime version of Samus from either Metroid Prime 2 or 3? Whichever one it is. Realistic Samus or anime Samus? And that's about it. There's still more to look at if you want to. There's World and Remastered. I don't have any clue what this is, other than just being just art assets of what the environment's going to look like. Escape pod door. Pretty cool. Kinda. There's more of these assets of the world. Yeah. Did I see that right? Oh, I have 5 new ones that I may not have actually looked at the last time I looked at this. Looking like a schematic of a 3D object that we're planning on making. And whatever sort of thing you see right here. All I know is that the only word I can see here is the word fun. Space, what does it say? Space, private, galleon, work? Huh. What is this thing? Looks like a Mega Push is playing Fortnite. The Switch version. The Artifact Temple. This one looks a lot more high-tech than it being ancient. And we even have one right here that looks like it's wearing the warrior's suit here. One that Samus is wearing. The underwater assets here. And Samus is just on that underwater mushroom. More stuff. What's that say? It looks like it's just smudged off. I mean, I'm guessing they did just kind of try to erase that when we're scanning this into the game here. You can barely make out what it says. Along the lines of whatever that is saying there. I can still see that. Down into Metroid? What? Holes down into Metroid. Oh, this is just a Metroid Prime's impact crater. Well, I don't know exactly what these things are, but I'm guessing they're just a... Think of it like a higher evolution of Saturnine. You know that fungus that was kind of just growing within Phazon, and Space Pirates were using that to feed the elite pirates. This could be like a higher evolution of it. Oh yeah, you have the entire map here. Production map. That's pretty neat. Power door, missile door, wave door, ice door, plasma door, and loft door. And everything else. Beam weapons and all that. Charge combo, super missile, wave buster, ice spreader. You never actually get to use the ice spreader, and especially the flamethrower. If I remember correctly, I believe the flamethrower was actually one of the better options to bust Omega Pirate's armor off. And the ice spreader is actually the best item to use against Metroid Prime's Exo. But they were so niche to use that you never actually get to use it in normal gameplay. Hey, would you look at that? Even Vendrana drips, you see the boss. Darnest there. You know, I kind of forgot that I was thinking of Magmar Caverns when it says that. Shows the ruins and all the little things right here. Talon Overworld with right over the impact crater we have the Artifact Temple, Crash Frigate. Phazon Mines level 1, level 2, and level 3. It just keeps going deeper. Space Pirate Frigate, which is just over in space. You know, on this little thing, you see the impact crater only has one room. Well, unless you count the entrance, the corridor that leads to the one main area. This will reload. A hallway that leads into the Metroid Prime boss fight, which is 5 stages. Well, 5 areas to go downwards to after you chip away at Metroid Prime's health, and then the second boss fight, stage 2. They just called it Prime. Freighter elevator. More designs here. We can probably see that. What does that say? Cancerous rock nuts. Well, yeah, it does look a lot like tumors. And I'm pretty sure the theory that everyone's been theorizing is that the entire Metroid Prime trilogy was talking about cancer and how Phazon is pretty much that. Vector geometry products that surround the Metroid Prime entry layer. Pale red. Sore looking with a slight glow of ember. Well, they got that right. Standard rock Phazon effects. Low spot. Center squares. Tooth rocks. Metroid Prime threads. Vein sacks. Veins. Spider rock teeth. Maggots. Irritation. If only they actually did complete Impact Crater being an entire level here. I believe that was even meant to be the largest level there is, even bigger than Phazon Mine. That place is huge. But, you know, time constraints, they couldn't do it. So, this is all we get. And it would have had an emergency escape sequence, like you usually have. Well, it did kind of allude to it, but you just kind of leave automatically. Was it what the maggots look like? Metroid Prime. Probably the end sequence here. Metroid Prime having his mouth open like this, kind of mutating and corrupting itself and looking giant tumor slash amoeba thing. And at that point, it kind of looks like this is starting to grow. Samus is scanning the entire thing, it just grabbing every single bit of Phazon, absorbing all of it, including the one that Samus's Phazon suit. See the what? Phazon eye opens. Visor cracks. And after that point, well, Metroid Prime is about to explode because it's overloaded on Phazon, absorbed every single piece of it. And somehow it survived by using Samus' stolen Phazon suit. Now these 3 that I haven't seen. Oh yeah, just more of it. Oh wait, this is the end sequence. I would like to know exactly how that even works. Where Metroid Prime just stole the Phazon suit off of her back. Well, didn't do any permanent damage other than having her DNA slash suit stolen. And then you have what Metroid Prime 2 is. Which is well, Metroid Prime, which has been reborn as Dark Samus. If Dark Samus is in Metroid Prime 4, I gotta see that. Feminine pose. Backshot. And then, when you have 100%. Oh my, I forgot that I friended you. And then when you have 100%, you can see that, Metroid Prime has been reborn using Samus' stolen Phazon suit as a new exoskeleton, since, you know, I just destroyed its own. It'll reform and not actually look like this next time. The end? Yeah, the end. Pile of sludge. Then you have, yeah, where I said that. Metroid Prime becoming Dark Samus. Remastered here. They're like the intro secret for the friggin' Orpheon. Still very haunting to look at. It is honestly amazing just to see something like this. I kind of want to see more places that, more games that do exactly this. I also, back then, I kind of expected there would be more more scenarios that look like this. You kind of do see that with the Chozo ruins kind of being infested with poison. That was pretty much it. Look at Orpheon right here. You have like the 4th parasite queen there, but that one's just dead due to over mutations, and then it just burning down because 2 of them escaped. One dead and the other one's escaped. Oh no, this is actually the end sequence. Never mind. Then you see Metroid just being made, or just being repaired here. Cool. Get to be in space for this little section here on the space frigate. And then one of the tanks just busted open. See right here where when the Parasite Queen kind of just escaped through the vents here somehow. Now there's the Life Grove. More of the Life Grove? No, that's that. Huh. It's like the beginning area. It looks like that. It has grapple points though. The crash site here, along with pieces of Chozo totems. This is the Chozo ruins here. Where is this placed? This is like the one where you have the 2 War Wasp hives and a save room right behind it. Those are ruins, and also a T-posing Samus jump scare. Untextured. The Sun Chamber with Flagra's flower. And other stuff here too. Wasp hive. Elder Chozo statue. I'm about to play Prime Pinball there. Kind of looks like a hand grasping outwards. I have actually seen that symbol. Oh, would you look at that? T-Boys and Samus jump scare. Untextured. Ivor Caverns. This is she's just there as scale. Samus herself is about 6.2 feet tall. The suit adds another 2 inches. So that would make her 6'4" in the suit, and 6'2" out of the suit. More caverns. The Warrior Shrine. That does look amazing. It's like the core processing, no, geothermal processor or something like that. Base map is just, oh yeah, this is just Benjana Drips where you're just traveling along whatever this thing is. The Ice Temple or something like that. I forgot what this was called because this is one of the areas that I don't really remember that much of this area because you only go in it twice. Well, the other areas you go in it multiple times. Other objects here. That tower that has the artifact underneath it. However, how you've been able to find that, I don't know. Save station. The power-up pill that makes it look like whatever you want. You know, that was holding the wave beam, ice beam, plasma beam, along with the super missile, wave buster, ice spreader, and flamethrower. I do like that some of the power-ups end up looking like literally looking like the icons of said power-up. Or I guess you could say that That's just for gameplay. Story segregation has it where it's actually just a form of energy, but to us it looks like an icon. Power bomb, grapple beam. Underwater. This is the crash frigate. Somehow the fish has entered it. Phase on mines. I believe this is the area behind Omega Pirate's room. The boss fight. Blue Phazon. And it's spidery veins just crawling right out of it. There's the elite pirate. I'm pretty sure that you have to fight an elite pirate each time you cross its the room. Or during each segment where you're just searching for stuff. I don't know. I remember fighting all 4 of those elite pirates that were in that specific room. Even the one where it's in a hallway just because they ran out of storage room. And this one was just small enough, so they didn't give it like an auxiliary cannon, so there you go. The impact crater. It's even more like cancer than before. Teeth like. Yeah, you didn't even want to know. If we was like past that spot. Look like this. It kind of actually does look like the inside of some beast. You have these little platforms looking like teeth. Cancer growths. Floating platforms that make no sense. That's about it for all of that. I have all unlocked. Character gallery. Oh, the entire model of this thing. This is cool. On a little pedestal that kind of makes it look like Super Smash Bros.'s trophy display here. I also do see that if you look at it far away, you can see that some of the texture is aliased. And when you look at it close enough, well, it looks better now. Yeah. Samus is a gunship. What version of the gunship do you prefer? I do really like this one. The one from Prime 2 is also a pretty... That was a ship from Super Metroid is also cool too. One from Zero Mission is a bit Samus's power suit. Oh. The Varia suit. That does add a lot more bulk to it. But you also gotta wonder, how the hell does her arms work like this? Pretty neat. Ooh. See Samus's face through the visor here. I also do like that in future installments of where Samus's design has like the square divot to the top of her visor. Classic design of the Varia suit with the huge cauldrons here. Her arms getting even bulkier. Yeah. Gravity suit. This one just has the wave beam just looking there. This one has these design on the pauldrons where it's like neon Tron lines. Rather than just changing color. See? Looks a bit techy here, which is awesome. Then this design here where it just kind of fills it in. It's also its own form of cool. And then the parts, the bulky parts that were added onto her suit, just changed colors. Phazon suit. In this one, you can actually see this sort of force field-like aura around her. Suit is just black and silver with red highlights. The lines on this one is even more filled in than this. The very new suit had like some square lines. This one has filled out. This one's like completely filled on either side. Ooh, it even has this sort of, I never really noticed, but it has this sort of LED hexagon design within it, all glowing. See that? Nice. I don't think you will ever be able to see this. And there's also, you know, this barrier aura around her. She's also just wielding the plasma cannon. I mean, plasma beam. Don't fall. Phazon suit. It is a cool design. A morph ball. Classic. Which one is this one? The power suit design? Spider ball. I guess it is just using. Let's see. The yellow design is from when she has the power suit. She has the Varia suit, it turns blue. Gravity suit, it turns purple. I'm referring to the light within, not just the morph ball design. Looking at it. We have the spider ball, which has this really neat design. With the inner glass structure just holding some magnetism. You don't ever get to see the spider ball in action ever again after this. Only in Metroid 2 and that's it. Oh, well, in the Prime series, of course, but what else are you going to do with it? And I think it's been replaced by something else a little bit more... I think in Metroid Dread, the spider ball was completely replaced by... I think it was called the spider magnet? I forget what it was called. Metroid Dread. Play that again. Auto turret. If you aim this thing directly at you, it's active. That's kind of neat. Yeah. It's only when you aim the turret directly at you when this thing is alerted of your presence. Scumbag detected. Injured space pirates? Well, yeah, you can just see how awful they look. They still have lights in their eyes telling you that they're not dead yet. Well, except for that guy. As you don't even see the lights in their eyes. Not only that, it looks like this guy's arm has been bitten off. Well, the flesh, of course. Clawed, scratched, bitten, and chewed, and burned with acidic acid. This guy right here has his joints melted, or can't really move anymore. And this guy's just dead. Parasites, all of them. What is it? What is that it's holding? And that parasite right there is just rolling around. Neat. Parasite Queen. In like a lot larger version of the parasite. It already does have the spikes on it. But its tail also has this kind of this orifice that allows it just to, you know, keep birthing more. It's just scary. It also does have an awesome boss fight, even though you were the easiest boss to fight. Beetle. This weird ass thing. What sort of design is that for its legs? Also, what is these things are meant to be? Antenna? Kind of looks like this protrusion on top of it. Like a pompadour. War wasp. It has 2 stingers. What is that one though? I have like a big one right there. Just to ram in that little one right there. Looks a bit like a dragonfly. Does have 2 wings like one. Incinerator drone. Remember this thing? It's that mini boss that confuses Samus as trash, because it's actually just a trash compacting, no wait, a trash burning robot. Waste disposal. Hive Mecha. Oh, this thing. So that's what it looks like. Uses this little device just to call forth any insects, just to coordinate with it, you know, like a hive mind. Except it's a mecha. Okay, yeah. Chosen Ruins does have like the most boss fights. I think they're more like training for Samus. Because you have like, let me see here. What were the first ones? Well, there's the Parasite Queen. That one's an actual boss, but that was more of a first boss. Then they have to be easy. They're just an easy win. And then there's the other 3 bosses. Hive Mecha. That one's easy. That gives you the missile launcher. Incinerator drone. Also easy, and that just gives you the bomb. I think these 2 act more like mini bosses than actual bosses. The sign of the bottom part looks weird. Gives off Dr. Eggman vibes. Bladed Beetle. Oh yeah, you were another mini boss too. Before you were kind of promoted to a heavy unit. You were still easily defeated back then too. Just 3 missiles will burst forth the abdomen. Wonder how you can even see through this thing. I guess it did say seismic vibrations. Oh god, the actual boss of Chozo Ruins. Looking like a giant plant-like praying mantis. The eyes that glow. It's kind of freaky looking too. Kind of mimicking praying mantis. Huh, your size. Is that a Chozo skull? Brutal. Yeah, those size are in particular bone-like avian structure. How does that even happen for someone like you? Emer. Take a closer look at this thing. The thing with the retractable spikes. Chozo Ghost. It has the effect and everything. Model here looks a lot more solid than back then, where it kind of has this sort of holograph look to it. These Chozo are looking very emaciated, especially around the lower body. How the hell did they even move with that? It kind of makes it look like their legs are so bony, like half insect, half bird. Baby Shiggoth. Back then, this thing was terrifying, especially for 8-year-old me playing this game. Now they're not so tough. Well, I know how to defeat them, so yeah, they're not tough. Oh, looks like their flesh is just ripping off their jaw because of how big their teeth are, and the muscles around it too. This ice shell thing. than Shoggoth itself. Even a higher detailed model here, it just makes it way worse than it actually is. Imagine you get yourself a jump scare because if you look at it at a certain angle, it'll do an attack animation. Slack-jawed. And its skin being ripped apart due to muscles just bursting through its skull there. Do you remember that large Shoggoth that was over in the quarantine bay? It literally just stood there as I was blasting it with fire. It's a sort of raptor feet going on with that toe extended. Oh, this other one at the very end. Large crystal that absorbs all the beam weapons except for missiles. Thardus. Yeah, this thing. Sentient pile of rocks. A little bit of the Phazon rock ore. I did keep mentioning that this was the original boss from Magmar Caverns before moved for John Adrift's Mega Turret. Looks like a large cannon. Uh-oh. Scumbag detected. Just aiming at you, it just turns this thing on. It's cool. Space pirate. It looks a lot different from the Zabezian version of the space pirates. It has this sort of plasma sword. Also, just wrapping themselves with a lot of metal. What is the entire point of this large metal ring-like brace to it? Do these space pirates used to have huge muscles? Because they kind of appear more emaciated, if that's the case. Also, their spine is kind of enhanced with metal and technology. Troopers themselves, you know, the beam troopers. I wonder how their face even works. Kind of have a small looking face too. And they end up looking like this. All four of the troopers. Wave, power, plasma, and ice. These guys don't even use the actual element that they're based on. They just end up using the power troopers beam weapon with the yellow beam shots. That would have been neat if they actually did use them. Plasma shots, wave shots, or even ice shots. You know, just to use the Samus's beams against her, like the lower estates. But no. Or maybe the space pirates are too stupid and couldn't do it in time. They should get powered by it, but the only thing they did was just copy the Samus's beams, but now they became vulnerable to only that particular beam type. The elite pirate. Its large knuckles. And it has this sort of bottom tooth made of Phazon. Yeah. What's going on down here, though? Look, its legs are just that ass. Still looks a lot worse here. Looks like they were planning on giving it 2 of these cannons. Or maybe it wasn't large enough to hold a second one. It being grabbed to the skin is very gnarly looking. Powered by Phazon. Just been caused to grow this huge. Omega Pirate. Elite Pirate Upsilon. Sort of has this split mouth design. A little bit like the Predator. It has this sort of giant Kabuto looking Hercules beetle design to it. Bigger arms. They still do have like the 3 fingers off of this thing. I do really like that visual effect. That's cool. Having 2 of these plasma arms would even look a bit more beetle-like. Just really hard to fight on hard mode, of course. And then sometimes the power bomb not working properly, not shattering your armored joints there. It did end up just did end up wrecking me when I was too close and couldn't actually get out of the way for some reason. Ended up taking off, I think 4, maybe 6 energy tanks off me. Shadow Pirate. This thing, this guy that's trying to be invisible, solid snake style, but can't. Even wearing this little face mask on. Can't really use any beam weapons, otherwise its invisibility cloak becomes useless because you'll be known. You're kind of meant to not be seen. It only has that thing. You can see it by thermal energy because thermal visor because its battery is using too much energy, making it look hot. Flying pirate. This guy right here just looks excessively skinny and emaciated, and looking like it's wielding a jet engine. Look a bit like an insectoid. Maybe it's a Bezium? Aqua pirate. The same thing except water. How that even works, and you only show up in the crash site. Phazon Elite. This is the only. There's only one of its kind. Look, like a charged version of Elite Pirate, and you really do look a lot more like a prototype. I mean, it is pretty much stated as it is. It said that this one's a Elite Pirate Alpha. Wow, that is it's like a Phazon bone with that arm there. Looking even more cancerous than beforehand. The charged Phazon globules just through the veins off of this Elite Pirate. And it kind of appears like your guts are hanging out. Bone, it just especially right there. Like you don't have any skin on. It's just bone armor with exposed muscle fibers. Kind of looks like it hurts to exist, being you. Better Ridley. Very mechanical and cyborgy. Kind of expected you to have like metal teeth. So supposedly this is like the best form of Meta Ridley, where the only part of it is the chest, which has thinner plating. Otherwise, it would be practically invincible, except for its mouth. Every part of it seems to be robotic. More so on the neck, the tail, of course. Some parts of its feet, and more so its body, well, upper body, its wings. Exposed muscle fiber again. What is that design, though? I wonder if, well, it is like one of Ridley's abilities where it could generate its biomass if it just eats flesh. You know, just people, animals, anything really. Metroids. And even the Fission Metroid. One in the tank though. Classic. Got the Power Metroid, Wave Metroid, and whatever hell that thing is. We're breaking out. Hunter Metroid. I don't really get to see much of this guy. Also easily defeated if you have the Ice Beam. It looks like it has even more brains than before. And then Metroid Prime itself. There's some mouth there. And this other claw right there. So where the hell are these like artillery cannons that the entry mentioned? Probably somewhere right there. Then the core. Its face is right there. And having eyes like that, you just can still see the veins connected to it, to its brain. This thing is like producing Phazon, and I guess that would be blood being pumped through the veins there to the musculature of its tentacles. Last thing you see before you exit the game. That's cool. There's also a soundtrack if I wanted to listen to the music. I mean, I'm already listening to that. Talent Overworld. Battle. Mega Pirate. Yeah. Victory. Well, that's enough of that. Kind of ended. I kind of didn't expect me looking at all of that last for about an hour. I want to just look at that for, you know, it being the last thing I'll be playing until Metroid Prime 4. And this is a great game. Can't wait until I get to play Metroid Prime 4. It's so good. Oh yeah.